What's up guys, Jivan back with another video. You're probably looking at the title and you're like, Jivan, what the heck kind of video is this? Here's the backstory. I started playing chess like 2 weeks ago and I've been getting super into it, and then I went back into Fortnite, and the skills that I've been learning in chess have actually been helping me out in Fortnite. I know it sounds crazy, but I swear I'm not capping. We're going to be going over stuff like forcing the opponent's moves, avoiding getting trapped, rotations, piece control, counter piece control, all sorts of stuff that chess helped me out with in game. I know it's weird, but let's get it. Before we hop into the video, please consider using code JivanTV in the Fortnite item shop, or at least make sure you're using somebody's code because it helps us out a ton. Now let's get into this video. So to start out, let me tell you why the strategies within chess kind of work in Fortnite as well. The reason is, chess is a grid-based game, you know? There's a bunch of squares and you move within the squares. Well, Fortnite is basically chess on crack because it's the same thing. We got grids, we got a 3D dimensional chess game going on with the building. And then we got aiming, all the mechanical stuff that's involved. But what makes chess and Fortnite similar is the fact that you're trying to get the opponent trapped in chess, or you're trying to make it so that they don't have any squares they can move to. Similarly in Fortnite, when you're trying to piece control the opponent, you're trying to make sure that you block off all the grid pieces, all the building pieces around them so they have nowhere to go and you have them piece controlled. The biggest thing that chess strategy has helped me with within Fortnite is predicting opponents' movements and getting them pre-boxed. To explain this, I'm going to break down some fights. To start out, take a look at this fight. Look at how I outplay him. I set up traps for him and he's just running into my builds. I block off those tiles that he's trying to move to, absolutely checkmating him in this situation. So when I place this cone and floor and then walls to his right, I'm doing this to set up a trap. If he mistakenly goes out that side, which he does, he's stuck in my trap. But he does have an escape, so I block off that tile to get him absolutely checkmated. Piece controlling, pre-boxing, and playing with the tiles within Fortnite is like a game. It's a strategy game, trying to outsmart the opponent. Some people think it's all mechanical skill, which it is partially, but there's a lot of strategy within it too. Let's take a look at some more fights and then we'll get into stuff like rotations. So in this fight, you can see I missed that right wall when I was trying to piece control the opponent. So based on strategy, the opponent is 99% of the time going to go out that wall. So what I do is box out that side before he can get there. This player ends up taking that wall, so I'm pushing it in a smart way where he doesn't have an angle on me if he edits. As you can see, I got the ramp as covered. And in this situation, I'm one step ahead of the opponent. I predict that he might psycho in at me, and if he does, I'm going to reset the ramp. I'm planning ahead with this pushing method, and it ends up getting me that free kill. I think you can start to see how Fortnite and chess are pretty similar. The reason why I feel that chess has kind of helped me out strategically in Fortnite is that chess is a big mental challenge, and if you practice chess enough, you'll start to build a lot of game strategy and be able to think fast in the moment on how to outsmart your opponent. For example, in this fight, I noticed that the player is an absolutely aggressive demon, and I'm staying one step ahead of him the whole time, boxing up every single tile that he's walking into, playing aggressive while also playing defensive. And even though I was playing defensive in this situation, I had him boxed the whole time. In this next situation, I outplay my opponent in a different kind of way. I predict that they're going to grab the walls to the right, so I attack from above. Another chess-like strategy. You predict they're going to try to set up a trap in one direction and you go the other way. It made sense that he would try to grab those walls that were on my lair, and that was going to be his first instinct. So instead of trying to get those walls before him, I attack from above where he's not expecting it. In this next situation, just simply setting up a wall trap to the side gave me the opportunity to piece control him when he went out that way. A lot of people, when they get this first wall right in front of the opponent, they'll just attack from that angle. But by setting up the trap to the right, I gave myself just a little bit more of an advantage just in case they got away from me. Next situation, I have him trapped in the cone. I know that he could probably break the cone to go up, but it doesn't look like he's doing that, so I just wait down low and have a trap set up for him there. Then I see him moving to the side, get him boxed over there, boom, checkmate. And then in this situation, the opponent just kept moving to the side because that was pretty much their only way to go. And so I just tried to stay one step ahead of them, and I eventually got that kill. So pretty much every single time I approach a fight in Fortnite now, I just try to stay one step ahead of them. I try to think what potential moves can they make and I try to set up a trap before the fight even starts in the direction I think they could potentially go. It's a skill that takes a lot of practice to build up. That's the difference between chess and Fortnite. You know, chess is all strategy, but Fortnite, you need those mechanics as well. But understanding the concepts can help you train in the right way and approach fights in the right way. You gotta feed off your opponent's playstyle. Are they an aggressive player? If so, you need to be counter piece controlling around you at all times, setting up boxes for them to walk into, and playing kind of backwards. But if they're a really defensive player, you wanna play the other way around. You wanna be getting in their face while claiming builds around them in a safe way and setting up traps all around them. It's almost like forcing your opponent to go into your traps based on their playstyle. If they're aggressive, you play backwards. If they're non-aggressive, you try to get in their face and force them into one of your traps. I know it's a wild thing to think about, but I swear, after 2 weeks of playing chess, I've gotten so much better at setting up traps for my opponent, ending fights faster, and my chat from my stream can vouch. You know, I stream solo arena all the time, and over the past few days, my solo arena gameplay has just gone through the roof. Ending fights faster, all that. It's not like chess is gonna magically make you better, but it can help you understand the strategy of fighting in Fortnite. And it actually goes beyond just fighting. It can help you with entire game sense. For example, in the early game, it's important to make sure that you understand where the enemies are when you're landing, and based on that information, you can make plays. So let's say you land at one building and your opponent lands at the building next door. If you get really good loot, then you should go onto attack mode, and you know where the opponent is, so you can make pushes based on where they are. But if you don't get good loot and you're not really set up to make a play on the opponent, then understanding where they are can help you make a play to another building to get better loot before you actually fight. Moving around based on where the enemies are in early game is so crucial to surviving off spawn. And then in mid game, it's kind of a similar thing. Knowing where the hot locations are on the map based on where the bus path was initially. Knowing where the hot drops were is a good way to figure out how you should rotate in mid game. If you're looking for fights, you may want to move to that hot side of the map. But if you're trying to play safe, you know, steer clear of those areas. Similarly, the zone kind of pushes players into certain parts of the map, and you can set up traps for enemies on the edge of zone. If you know they're going to be rotating to a certain part, you can set up a trap there and start a fight with an advantage. Simply from understanding game strategy and how opponents move, you can give yourself an advantage in Fortnite, just like you would in chess. Cutting opponents off and blocking their angles is one of the biggest ways to catch dubs in Fortnite. For example, let's check out this late game here. Something dope about this game is somebody came to my chat named Somber GG's and they said if I win this, we get another 10 gifted in the chat, which was lit. He ended up giving like 72, bruh. Much love to you, Somber. So as you can see in this game, the way I won it so easily was simply by launching ahead of every single zone. Setting up myself in a position where everybody else has to rotate towards me. They have no other choice because zone is pushing to their back, leaves them exposed and gives me a free win. So in this situation, I use the zone to force the enemies in my direction and set them up in a checkmate situation. I'm gonna keep grinding chess, I'm not even kidding. It's helping me with game strategy, it's helping my IQ, and I think you should too. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, use code JivanTV in the item shop, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.